in my living room today. I normally don't come on this late, but I feel this is very important. So I wanted to share this with you. You know, Marco Rubio met with Pakistani leaders, and he was told that they were told that Iran has a nuclear weapon that they got from another country. Now, they did not say what country they got it from, but if I were to make a prediction, I would say it was China or Russia or maybe both of them. Now that changes the game an awful lot. And folks, right, when you come in here, please subscribe and like, okay? Uh, Help me with my channel here. We're getting close to 17,000 subscribers. This is a little milestone for me, so I appreciate anything you can do. So, folks, think about that. They got a nuclear weapon. They could bomb the shit out of Israel. Now, as you know, there is no deal. And Iran said they are through talking. Okay? Who do we believe? Do we believe Iran or do we believe Donald Trump and our government? Well, I don't think Iran is lying. They have a very close relationship with both Russia and China. So there's something there. Trump wants to make a deal. He needs a lifeline. He's looking for that rope to get off because he got himself into something he didn't want to be in. All right? Hi, Sarah. Sarah Newton, how are you? Where you from, Sarah? You know, folks, let me leave a comment and let me know where you're listening from, please. Okay, I appreciate that. And I think he was close to accepting the deal with Iran until, and I'm going to say this, I don't like saying it, his Zionist friends try to convince him. Because they're the ones who put up an awful lot of money for Donald Trump. I mean, just this lady Mendelson, Sheldon Mendelson's wife, who owns a Venetian hotel in Las Vegas. $250 million she gave him. Okay? And it's a lot of goddamn money, folks. And you know, sometimes you gotta be careful of who you're accepting money from. Okay? Brad from Hoboken, New Jersey. Frank Sinatra's hometown. Great city there, Brad. Thank you for coming, my friend. I appreciate it. Now, supposedly Trump had a lashing out with Benjamin Netanyahu. Folks, hit that like button, okay? Hit that like, subscribe, okay? For those of you just coming in, please do that. Help me out here, okay? They had a big yelling out. And Trump says, I kept you out of prison. What's he been doing? Because you don't know that, maybe you forgot. Netanyahu, I, I'm not possessing here. I got to read that joke, folks. All right, from Robocop here. A guy went to the priest and said, Father, I keep hearing a voice telling me what to do. Am I possessed? No, son, you are married. I think that's cute. Thank you for sharing that, Robocop. You made my day, my friend. Okay? And I hope you're subscribed. Okay? Uh, but anyways, where was I? They had a heated argument from what I understand. And I think Trump is getting sick and tired of all this bullshit going on with Israel. Getting him into this war. How Netanyahu convinced him to get in this war by saying, oh, it's going to be just like Venezuela, in a day, out a day. Well, folks, it's been over a month now, okay? And there's no end in sight on this war. Every time Trump gets close to making a deal, what happens? Israel starts bombing Ebola, whatever it is over there, in Lebanon, okay? Because he wants that land. This is about land, folks, okay? I don't know the order of 66. My workplace bullies, there should not be workplace bullies. Get rid of them, William, okay? Don't back down to them. Stand up to them. Because most of these bullies, they're pushovers. All right? Yep, I'm an old man. Ask Miss. Thank you, William. I appreciate that, buddy. Hunter Thompson passed away in 2005. Yes, he did. Yep. Folks, keep hitting that like button and subscribe. Okay? Uh, anyways, we're talking about Trump. We're talking about the war in Iran. Okay? And what Trump told Netanyahu. Now, I hope Trump sticks to what he told Netanyahu. If he does, and he stops listening to him, he can make peace and end this war. Because none of us want war. We don't want to see our young men, young women in the military putting their boots on the ground in Iran, and most of them will not come home. Okay? I know I don't want that, folks. How about you? Do you want that? Yeah, a health care plan. Yeah, the Republicans have been saying the health care plan's coming for a long time. Okay? All right? Hey, folks, there's Mandy. Thank you for coming, Mandy. I know I did this on the spur of the moment. For those of you who don't know Mandy, Mandy is the best moderator across all YouTube. And I want to talk to you about YouTube. All right? I like to get everybody's point of view on different subjects. I like to get the left, I like to get the right, and I love to listen to those who are in the middle. Okay? Folks, there are so many freaking bullshitters, liars, scams on YouTube. It's unreal. I can't believe it. I've been listening to some of these very far left liberal. And you know what? A lot of them got a lot of hate. There's hate on both sides. Okay? The left hate the right hate the left. Okay? $100 bill. Young man, 29 years old, just asked me a question. I love it when I get the young people here. You know, I posted something last week, did very well. Okay? Do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. And if you got an idea, young man, something you want to do, something that's going to make you happy, you're the one who's got to make the choice. Not your mother, not your father, not your brothers or sisters, or your friends. You. And I know it's a natural instinct for somebody when they want to go into business, want to do something, whatever it is. Of course, it's a natural instinct to ask your parents if you have them, all right, the people that you're close to. But at the end of the day, it's only you that can make the decision, all right? No, Eskimo, I do not support America attacking Iran. Look at the mess we got. Look at the prices we're paying at the gas. All right, February 27th, there was no problem. Gas prices were going down. February 28th, boom. All right, and Iran found out they got a port in asset, the port of Hormuz. All right, which is now closed. You think prices are going to come down that quickly? No, they will not. Okay? First of all, I think we're still a long time away from a peace deal. All right? I hate to say that, folks. I wish I could say, all right? Wish I could say it. But anyway, I wanted to tell you. There's a show, they got a lot of subscribers, two women. And boy, the intense hate that they got. They come up, they create garbage to watch. And people watch them. People listen to them. They got a lot of subscribers. They got almost 2 million subscribers. You know what they're talking about today? They're talking about what Republicans and Democrats that are in office are gay. You know, I'm going to be honest with you, folks. I don't give a shit. They're gay, bisexual, lesbian, whatever they are. I don't care. As long as they do their job. All right? The thing that annoys me with our politicians is they're all lying bastards. Okay? They're running for office. They're going to tell you they're going to do this and do that. And then they get in office. They don't do your shit. Okay? We all have lived through it. All right? All right? The folk mix, somebody asked me. All right? LD, Ken, you want me to be your parent? Well, I wish I could be everybody's parent, okay? But, I'm 81 years old. I got 3 children. I got 6 grandchildren. Mandy's like my adopted daughter here. Got another friend in Connecticut, a young man. I'm his adopted father. So I'm getting a full plate over here. All right? But, I try to help out everybody that I can. And I come here, I give you honest advice. I give you my thoughts. You could disagree with me. I got no problem with that. Okay? All right? We could always agree to disagree. You see, when you agree to disagree, you're communicating. But for those on both sides, oh, I don't want to talk to that person. They're too far right. I'm not talking to that person no more. Oh, I'm not talking to Bobby no more. Oh, he's a liberal. I can't stand those liberals. That's how it goes. And I got friends like that. Okay? I got friends like that, folks. Yes, Adrian, I served the military. I proudly. 1963 to 1966. 25th Infantry Division, you can figure out the rest. Okay? Adrian, you're over in Wales. Nice. Huh? Yes, Adrian. And so, I don't know what's going to happen here in Iran, but it's not a good situation. This is a world problem that's been created because the entire world is hurting for gasoline and other products, folks. You see the prices in grocery stores. And I'm talking about grocery. Uh, I always used to use Bounty paper towels. They got very expensive. And then I found paper towels at Target. It's their brand, ISIP. And I swear to God, they were better than Bounty, okay? And a lot less money. But this last batch I bought, I noticed they're thin as hell, okay? What they did is reduce the quality of their product, selling it at the same price. So we got a lot of that going on. And then they're increasing prices and making the packages smaller in grocery stores. Yeah, the dollar stores went out of business. I used to love the dollar store, 99-cent store. Dollar store is still open, but the 99-cent store was much better. Do you remember those folks? Okay. Yes, Aunt Mantori, Aunt Mantoni. Yes. Sean Ryan. Never listened to Sean Ryan. No, I don't know who he is. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, those old days are gone. That's for sure. People ask me, Ori, what do you regret? You know what I regret? There's a lot of you young folks will never know what it is for somebody like me growing up. Before we had before we had telephones. Yeah. And then getting a telephone, getting your first telephone, I'll never forget it. It was a 7-party line. Okay? We didn't have a gas stove. We didn't have an electric stove. We had a coal burning stove. And I ate the best food in the world. And we didn't have a lot of money to buy everything. Oh, love. Oh, your father was Ray? Your grandfather. Great guy. Thank you. Thank you there. All right. Love. Hello. I appreciate sharing that there with us. All right, folks, keep hitting that like button and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Okay, because you don't know when I'm going to come on. I just pop up, okay, when I feel there's something to talk about. And I thought Iran having a nuclear weapon they claimed they got from another country. And like I said earlier, only 2 countries I think would have gave them one. It was either Russia or China, who are both very close to Iran. So you got to remember something, okay? Iran is a different place than Iraq. It's much bigger. All right? I think Iraq was like 9 million people. Iran is over 95 million people. Iraq was more flat, where Iran is more mountains. Your letter was the key to contact each other back there. You're right. Writing letters, mailing it, taking time to get across country. Okay? But you know what? We went in the streets, we played with our neighbor, we played stickball, we played kick the can, alright? We spoke, we communicated, we asked girls for a date, okay? Ed Mendel says I'm over 100 years old. I want to ask the rest of you, how old do I look? You all know how old I am. I tell you all the time, okay? Yeah, Mandy got it right. I'm 111 years old. All right? Oh boy, thank you, SF. Ivan Dorsey, 70. I love you. All right? 6'7" all the way. Okay, I like that. All right? Well, folks, I'm 81 years old. 81. I never thought I'd make it to 63. But this morning, if you didn't watch my show this morning, I came live from the federal courthouse in downtown Los Angeles, which happens to be right next door to MDC Los Angeles. When I first got arrested, that's where I was. Okay? And folks, people ask me, I ended up spending 30 months in MDC Brooklyn. Okay? I got extradited to New York on a Colombo crime family indictment. All right? That's that. Hey, we got somebody, Sherman Oak. That's right over the hill here. Okay? Phil Collins, you won your first medal when you were 78. Somebody got a question. I have a question. Why do pensioners love to hold up the queue at the cash register? Well, Red, may I call you Red? I'm fast going through it. But I gotta tell you, I do have a pet peeve, and ladies, don't get upset with me, okay? But I gotta tell you the truth. You see a woman going through, she got a basket full of groceries, you're waiting in line, okay? She knows she's gonna pay for them, but she does not a freaking thing until the cash register is through bagging and it says the total is whatever the number is. And then she takes a half an hour going through her purse looking for the money or a credit card. You know you gotta pay. Have your card ready or have your cash ready. Almost everybody does cards today. Okay? But good question, Red. Okay, I hope that helps you out. Hello, Ramona. I'm great. Thank you. Okay, so what was I saying, folks? Made me forget. See, I see a question. I like to. One thing about me, folks. You subscribe to my channel and you write me comments. I answer you. I'm not like these other YouTubers. I respect you. For those of you who I'm not, I think I got the most. I don't have a lot. Almost 17,000, like I said. But I got respectful subscribers. And I want you to know I appreciate you all. And that's all I ask. You come here, be respectful. But what you get from me is I answer your questions. Alright? Thank you, Ray. There's Agent Orange. How you doing, buddy? I'm doing a late one. I was waiting for you. Everybody say hi to my buddy Agent Orange down there. Okay? Thank you, Rector. Yeah, folks, I'm an unusual guy. I answer almost every single And you know what? A guy called me yesterday from Massachusetts. He bought my book. Called me up. His son's mother died of an overdose of fentanyl. Instead of crying the blues and this and that, this guy is named Gigi Mochia. Nice kid. He turned it around. He opened a rehab to help people who are addicts and alcoholics. You gotta give him a lot of credit for that. And he asked me if I would do a little video to help him out. Oh, folks, you know what? I did it. I didn't charge him, okay? I did it for nothing to help him out. Now listen to Mandy there. She said, if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? And if you haven't hit that like button, folks, come on. Okay, give me more likes here. Let's get to 75 or 100 likes. Can we do it here? All right. Joey Merlino, I've spoken to Joey a few times. Okay, Joey and I get along good. Got no problem there. Nice guy. Okay. I got no problem with him. All right. I try not to have problems with anybody, folks. I stay in my lane and I do what I do. Okay. Those guys want to go talk about all the fucking bullshit that they done in their life. What they're doing, they're no longer gangsters. Most of them, Joey is not. Okay. But most of the people, gangsters on YouTube, are rats. Okay. So you gotta know and understand the law. You see, they got a pass on all the crimes that they done. So they could talk about anything. But guys like Joey and me, and I think there's one other guy out there, Frank Matera, Matario, Di Matteo, Frank Di Mario. Okay? I think we're the only three that are not rats. Alright? Ivan, thank you for that, because I didn't know how the hikes work. Ivan Darcy just wrote, okay, you could hike up to 3 times a week. Alright? And the resets occur on Monday at 12 a.m. local time. There's refried beans. How you doing, my friend? All right, you caught me finally, all right? Normally, refried beans is always catching the replays. I appreciate you coming in, buddy. All right? I'm in Beverly Hills, California, NH Drive, Beverly Hills, California, where I've been for 50 years. Take out 5 that I spent in the federal pen. Okay? You know, I was telling you earlier, and I forgot to tell you. I was telling you I was in NDC, Los Angeles. And just go and look. You see my video that I did today. You'll think it's a hotel. You think it's a resort. Okay? It was. Being in down, and I was only there a week. But it's clean. Every unit's got a little patio. It's got a little basketball court. You can go outside and get some sun. Okay? And then NDC Brooklyn. Talk about a shithole. Oh my God. Just from the outside, you know it's a shithole. And once you get inside, it's worse. What a difference. 2 federal detention centers, totally different from each other. Well, you go figure that out. Hey, folks, we're at 67 likes here. All right. I got to come later on. Andy, I think people like me coming on later. Okay. So I hope a lot of people are subscribed. And I really love the comments that you're all leaving. Okay, it's really appreciated. All right, and they're still hitting that like button. Okay, boy, there must be a big difference between the people in the morning and people at night. Okay, boy, I gotta pull the ones in the morning. You gotta pull them lights out. Okay, but you guys are really good, and I really appreciate it. So keep subscribing, keep liking. Okay, let's get me to 75 there, folks. But I wanted to share that, and I want your thoughts of what you think is going to happen. Is this war going to end? Trump could end this easily. Okay, very easily, and he wants to, but he's not listening to himself. Now that's another thing. Okay, I hear people, other YouTubers, saying he's dying, he's got dementia. Look at the marks he's got on his hands. Folks, I'm 81 years old. Trump's going to be 80 years old in 2 weeks. We're almost the same age. Okay? I take 81 milligrams of aspirin every single day. It's good for the heart. Trump's taking the complete whole dosage, 360. All right? Milligrams, I think it's called. Folks, look at old people. It happens to all old people. We get these marks, bruises, because our blood is thin if you're on aspirin. You know, it annoys me when people look at. I say a lot of bad things about Trump. I'm not happy with him. Don't get me wrong. Okay, I'm very disappointed that he hasn't done the things that he said he was going to do if he got voted in. Okay, he's more interested in another country. And you got to remember, Trump, they're bitching about it. He's up all night on Truth Social. You know what? What everybody forgets is he is a businessman. And he doesn't care if you say good things about him or bad things, as long as you're talking about him. And he's got people talking every single day. So they're talking about he's up all night on Truth Social. You know what that's doing for Trump, folks? They're putting him down because he's on there. But you know what it's doing? Yes, it's getting him more subscribers on Truth Social. You see how he thinks? Now, buying and selling and developing real estate projects is not a complex thing. A lot of people do that. But avoiding a war after you got into a war, that's a very tough thing. That's too complex for Trump. All right, folks, keep hitting that like button. Okay, come on. I need two more for 75. Who's it going to be? Okay, come on. Let me see that number go to 75, folks. All right, all right. We got 37 people. I hope all 37 of you are subscribed to my channel. All right, do that. Do something for me. All right, with all my love and respect, I appreciate it. Okay. Trying to get to 17,000. And then we'll get to 20. Then we'll work on 20. Okay? Uh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, you're getting me up there almost to 80 now. All right, I appreciate it, folks. That's respect. Okay? And I appreciate that. So, you see the difference with Trump? War is too complex for him. And another thing is, Trump gets bored quickly. Look at, he's getting bored with Iran. He's getting bored of talking to Netanyahu. He's getting tired but being told what to do because he accepted money from all these Zionists. You understand what a Zionist? I'm just understanding now. I just thought a Jew was a Jew and that was it. Like Italian. Italian's Italian. Yeah, we come from different parts of Italy, but we're all Italian. So I don't understand the difference. I'm going to have to study it a little more. It's not something that, you know, been on my list of things to do. Just hasn't been. Uh, yeah, Trump is tired. He's exhausted. This is exhausting the hell out of him. Look at his eyes. You could look at his eyes, folks, and see how tired he is. I'll tell you something. He's complicated what it takes to be the president of the United States. When he could have done it so easily if he would have came in office and he would have thought about the people. Unfortunately, Trump can't think like you and I do. Trump doesn't go to grocery stores. He doesn't go and buy his groceries. And if he did, prices are no big deal. He doesn't give a shit. Okay? Because he can buy anything he wants. Trump doesn't drive down the road and say his car needs gas and goes and gets gas. Folks, keep hitting that like button. Let's get me to 100 here. Okay? Trump don't do those things, folks. Huh? So anyone can borrow for some baked beans. You need baked beans, Jonathan? I got a can in my thing. I would give it to you. Okay? I would. You were right here. I say here. That's how I am, folks. Okay? Huh? Snuffles. Oh. Yeah. Let everybody look at what Snuffles wrote. Okay? Yes, Rock, I'm a veteran. Well, Jonathan, I gotta say, baked beans are good. Okay? I happen to like them. You know, we get in habits of doing things. I gotta tell you folks a little bit about me. I'm a diabetic, and I got 5 stents. 5 stents. But, you know, last time I was in the hospital a couple months ago, they found my creatine levels to be high. They were worried about my kidneys. They didn't know why it spiked. They had me going, I was going crazy. And they took me off the metformin and Trestro. Took me off almost all my pills. Because these pills, as good as they are helping you with one thing, like metformin and Entresto, it affects your kidneys. So I had to stop taking that. So now, you know, and I used to take these pills every day. I don't. That was a habit I had to break. Then they had me just on insulin. Okay? So now here it is. I just get accustomed to measuring my insulin the proper way. And my doctor puts me on Ozempic. Ozempic. I took the first shot today. Now I don't take another shot for a week. 4 weeks. You gotta take 2.5. All right? And then after that it goes to 5 after 4 weeks. But now it's another thing, folks. It's like I smoke. I light up a cigarette, I put it out. Okay? Light it up, put it out. It's more of a habit. All right? And you get used to certain habits. And now here I am. I took my shot and I had no more insulin or anything to do, take for a week. So I hope the hell this thing works. Okay? Uh, YouTube did 24 years CDC and federal time, was released from feds and went to Mexico on behalf of a California prison hand. His book releases this week. Well, I wish him the best, Agent Orange. Okay? Let us know what's the name of the book and everything. Maybe somebody want to buy it. Okay? Well, folks, that's about all I wanted to say for tonight. Okay? Uh, Anybody got any questions here? And like I said earlier, folks, go back and do the replay on the video I did this morning from the federal courthouse in downtown Los Angeles, where I also show you MDC Los Angeles. You want to see it? Okay, folks, we're at 88 likes. That's awesome. All right, I really appreciate it. Keep hitting that button. If you just came in here, please subscribe, like, and give me that hype, okay? All right, it all helps, folks. I appreciate it. Okay, we're at 89. What do you think, Mandy? Good crowd today, huh? Good people today, Mandy. What do you think? Did I lose Mandy? Somebody give me flowers down there. So I appreciate all that there, folks. I appreciate everything you give me. All right. Folks, you know I end every show and I ask people to do something kind for somebody else every day. Sometimes it's just not, you don't have to give them money or, unless you want to. All right? But it's a simple, good morning, sir. Good morning, man. Good afternoon. Good evening. You walk in the grocery store. You see the clerk behind the register. Hello, Ann. How you doing today? How's the family? You know how much calling, sir? All right? You made their day by doing that. All right? Do that every single day. And I, Ori Spado, the accidental gangster, I guarantee you it'll come back to you tenfold. Try it out. Okay? Thank you so much for you all coming here. All my love and respect to you all. You know, I kind of like coming to you from my reclining chair. So thank you so much, folks, for coming here. Everybody have a great evening. Stay positive. Be happy. That's the most important thing. Be happy, folks. God bless you all. Take care.